Hey guys, today I wanted to go back and analyze the Flipside versus Ronin game in the Invitational Qualifiers, where Ronin was able to defeat F3 2-1 in the best of 3 series. I'm going to go through and explain why I personally think F3 lost this match. I hope you guys enjoy my analysis of this match. Alright, so starting off, we're going to have Flipside versus Ronin, obviously, and it looks like Flipside is going to be able to have the benefit of going defense first. It looks like they're going to be selecting kids. On Oregon, they're going to choose to go top floor. Now, in the NI scene, at least, this is fairly typical. A lot of teams prefer starting top floor rather than going to the basement. It's just something that a lot of NA teams do. Now, obviously, some teams still prefer going basement first choice, but clearly Flipside likes to go top floor kids as their default. Now, looking at the operator setup, we're going to have Ella, Echo, Jaeger, Pulse, and Mira. Pretty typical, other than the fact that Mint is going to opt to bring the Jaeger here. Now, in the NA scene, at least, Jaeger has kind of fallen unconventional and has been seeing less play due to the fact that with the addition of Zofia, there's just so many ways to clear out those ADSs. Looking over at the attack now, we have Habana, Thermite, Thatcher, Buck, Ash. Nothing really strange about those operators here. Now, the only thing I would actually say is that I don't really think that it's necessary to bring a Habana and a Thermite. I feel like that's, you don't really need that much breaching power. It looks like they're probably just playing it safe, though, so that if they lose their Thermite or if they lose their Habana, they always have the ability to open things up, even if they lose one or the other. So they're just kind of playing it safe. Looking at the setup now, we're going to have the typical kids mirror looking towards that white stairs and big window, while Adam's going to be reinforcing the shower walls downstairs. Adam also being on that Echo is going to be very, very, very good to plant it now later in the round, having his Echo drone up alongside with the C4s and the Ella coming out from the Houghton, who I think plays an on-site Ella on this map. Gonna have Jarvis on that Pulse also to be giving great information down to his team. Fairly simple setup here. Gonna have reinforcements across into the attic, that way that the attackers can't push across from big tower side. Starting off, it looks like every single attacker from Ronin is gonna spawn on street side. Maybe doing a typical master take, but Jarvis sitting here in the basement, though, he's going to be able to give great information to his team. Talon's going to hop into the garage, picking up his drone just for more information. Now, with Talon here in this garage, okay, the most important thing about a master take is making sure that your flank is being held. Now, with Talon here in the garage, I'm sure he's just going to buck the floor and make sure that if there is someone in army that they can get him out with ease, but with him being in the garage, I think that he's going to have a great opportunity to hold the flank for his team later in the round. Billboard is going to quickly get into Armory. Going to see if he can get any wallbang shot. And now having Billboard in Armory very quickly with only 30 seconds, taken off from the round, that's going to put his team in a great spot, really gaining map control quickly. They already have full control of Master and full control of Armory with Adam playing back attic with his Echo drone. Really an interesting spot to play the Echo with kind of an aggressive angle. Adam is going to actually get the first pick onto Yellow. A great shot, wallbanging him through the master wall all the way back from attic. That's just going to be a great shot, and Adam is just really doing what he needs to do with the ACOG, picking up the early frags for his team. So if I'm Flipside in this situation, okay, I have an early pick. I have Echo drone still up, right? You know that they're doing a typical master take due to the fact that they just thermited the wall, and you already have a pick onto Yellow. Now, you need to be playing extremely passive in this position. You already have 1 minute and 49 seconds left on the clock, right? Echo drone's still up, and you still have Ellas and C4s to deny plant. So if I'm Flipside here, I would not be looking to flank. I would not be looking to get over aggressive and get myself picked in any situation. You need to be playing passive and let the attackers make mistakes here. So let's see what happens. Let's have Chapstick holding angles here. Not really much to do on. Pulse is still going to be in the basement looking to give information to his team. He's going to spot players in Master. You're going to be able to call that out for his team, while Talon obviously understands that the Pulse is down here and he's just going to hold an angle on him. The attackers are just seeming kind of like stopped right now. Not really sure what to do. They're going to drone at the site and seeing if they can get any information on these remaining defenders. All 5 being up still. Mint is going to be playing it in this meeting hall, seeing if he can get any angles towards that master hall, while Pulse is just still giving information to his team, having these attackers on constant ping, making sure that they don't go anywhere. Adam's still going to be having on the Echo drone, and Matt just sitting here in kids, excuse me, going to get a pick onto Talon. So again, here you're in a 3-on-5 situation. There's no need to get over aggressive, right? Flipside is in position to win this round 3-on-5 with 58 seconds left and they have no picks. Ronin has no picks at all, with still planting out from the Echo Drone and C4s. So here, okay, Hot and Cold is going to get the pick onto Billboard from the Habano. That's kind of a risky pick unless they had information that the Habano was out there. I personally would disagree with this play from Hot and Cold. Obviously, he pulls it off, but I think it's still risky due to the fact that you have a 5-on-3. There's no really need to get aggressive here, but luckily, Hot and Cold's going to be able to pick up the kill and put his team in a great position to win the round. See, smart play here. Mint is going to get a pick onto Chapstick and rotate back up to the site, and now it's a 5-on-1. There's no possible way that Flipside should lose this round. The diffuser's down. They know where exactly the last guy is, and Hot and Cold's going to pick up the last kill onto Penguin. See, overall, that was a great round coming up from the defenders. The only thing I would say that I would oppose not to do is Hot and Cold getting a little aggressive on the big window there onto Billboard. If Billboard got that pick and another player gets a pick on the other side of the map, that turns it into a 3-on-3, and those are just throwing your life away for no real reason to do that. So I would just say not to play that aggressive in that type of situation. But great round coming up from Flipside nonetheless, starting off really strong on Oregon. Starting the second round on Oregon, Ronin will be on defense, and they're going to opt to go basement rather than going the top floor like Flipside chose to do. So let's see how that works out. So Penguin will be on that castle, most likely going to be playing inside the meeting hall with the castles and trying to put lobby pressure as much as they can. Looking at the lineup here, they're running a Valkyrie with also no smoke. Playing the basement here, I'm not really sure why they're not going to run a smoke. Like, unless they're going to play a very aggressive setup looking for picks in meeting with a mirror or something, there's no real reason to not play a smoke on your bottom defense. I feel like it's just detrimental to Ronin for not taking a smoke here, and I think it's going to come to bite them later in the round. Looking at their setup, it looks like Billboard is going to put a mirror in that kitchen. Not sure which position it's going to face, while Penguin's going to rotate back down to the back stairs. Yellow and Billboard both holding this meeting. Penguin's going to opt out and come back inside the meeting. It looks like the attackers are going to take a full back take here. Now, when doing a back take, the most important thing that you need to get control of is meeting. If you do not have meeting control, then you will not be able to do a successful back take. You need to make sure that you have full hatch control and that you can have full control over the meeting hall. So let's see if Flipside can successfully do that. Jarvis going to be on that Twitch here, looking for any electronics that he's going to be able to zap. Spotting out these players in meeting, he's going to be able to call that out to his team. Looks like Flipside's just going to be establishing themselves over at the big tower, looking if they can get any picks towards the players playing in meeting. Penguin will be in this attic, and he's going to get taken out by Adam. So this is a great pick starting off for Adam. Now, Mint is going to be droning ahead for Adam in the attic, and Adam just needs to follow the drones here and just listen to his teammates' calls, pushing up only when his teammates say it's clear to see if he can get more control of meeting. Once you have full attic control, like Adam has established here, it's very easy to get control of that meeting hall. Adam's going to hop in here and follow Mint's drone, seeing if he can get any more picks. He's going to see Billboard reinforcing that wall, getting called out to his team. Mint is going to open the hatch with Sledge, and Adam's going to be able to take out Yellow on that Bandit. So, again, Flipside here is in a 5-on-3 situation with a minute and 53 seconds left. Still plenty of time, and they have the 2 picks that they need to win this round. So if I'm Flipside in this situation, you need to slow it down, you need to drone things out, and you need to find where the remaining defenders are. Now, it seems like Billboard is going to be sitting on this mirror. Let's see how it plays out. Now, look, if I'm Flipside in this situation, okay, you have Adam here holding an angle onto Chapstick, and you have Mint in the attic. Adam has your diffuser. If I'm Flipside, I drop everyone down into electric or by blue. That way, Talon is the only defender that's on site. And Flipside should know this due to the fact that they droned out Chapstick and they know Billboard just put this mirror up. So if I'm Flipside in this situation, you need to drop and have a flank hold so that you don't get flanked from meeting hall. They drone out Billboard so they know exactly where he is, and they just droned out Chapstick from Jarvis so they know exactly that these two players are in meeting. Hot and Cold's going to get the pick on the Talon, okay? You know that the last two are meeting 100% because you just droned them out. So you just need to take sight and leave a flank hold. Still going to be throwing nades at Billboard. As you can see, Jarvis is going to rotate down the back stairs, and Chapstick is going to pick up the flank on Mint. Mint is their flank holder while everyone else drops to the site. It doesn't even matter that Mint died there. In a 2-on-4, they're going to be able to get the diffuser down, which they will do here momentarily. And with the diffuser down on a 2-on-4, Billboard's going to drop and just die to Jarvis holding the drop. So there's only one way that they can go. Jarvis is just going to be holding these angles. Chapstick's going to drop, looking for any picks, pre-firing just any angles, and he's going to get shut down by Jarvis as well. Now, that was a very, very, very well-played round by Flipside. They're doing a back take, just typical, getting meeting control while establishing themselves in the attic, getting early picks for their team, and then just taking map control quickly. Flipside had full control of meeting a minute into the round, maybe even less. They had full control of meeting, I'd say 40 seconds into the round. So, you know, if I'm Ronin, you need to make sure that you're not getting picks that early. Pangan playing way too aggressive in the attic, and there was just no reason for him to be playing that aggressive without getting any picks and just, you know, getting picks so early for his team. Adam was able to get up top and get 2 early frags for his team and just put themselves in a great position to win the round. So really well played there from Flipside, but Ronin needs to play a little bit more passive when it comes to holding attic, and they need to establish themselves on the basement more. I would say to take a smoke rather than the Valkyrie. I don't really think the Valkyrie is necessary in that situation. Taking a smoke is much more beneficial to the team due to the fact that it just gives Plant denial, and you know, he just wastes time way more than the Valkyrie can. Going into round 3 here, Flipside is going to have a 2-0 lead over Ronin, and they're going to go onto their bottom defense on Oregon. So now, looking at just the operator setup, right? Adam is already on that smoke, so something that Flipside is doing different than Ronin is they're bringing their smoke on a bottom floor defense. Also, notably, Hot and Cold's going to be on the Rook. Still another operator that's kind of unconventional in the NA scene. It's not a bad pick. It's just something that I feel like there's just a lot of other operators that can replace the Rook and just have more of a benefit to the team. But Rook isn't a bad operator, and he still supplies a lot to the defenders to be able to win rounds. So Rook isn't a bad pick here. I'm assuming that they're just picking the Rook for the ACOG to hold angles better, for more frag ability. Jarvis always going to be on that pulse. Is going to be able to give out information to his team. And the attacking lineup still looking relatively the same. Ronin not changing anything up about their attacking lineup. Pojo Man's going to put his first mirror down in the basement. I'm interested to see where he's going to put his second one. Going to be boarding up these doors here to the meeting hall. That way that he can hear if anyone comes in from the main lobby side. It looks like Pojo Man's going to be placing his other mirror, possibly facing kitchen, or maybe facing that single force wall towards the back tower. Looks like the attackers here are going to be doing the same thing that Flipside just did. They already have a drone in attic from Talon, looking if they can get attic control to establish himself within meeting. So it looks like it's just going to be a typical backtick here coming out from Ronin. Again, the biggest thing they need to do is make sure that they can get control of meeting hall. Billboard going to be opening up the main hatch here, most likely just to apply pressure to the defenders, letting them know that they may be doing a backtake, but they still need to worry about their front side. Almost a minute off the clock here, and there is no attackers even inside the building yet. Chapstick and Talon are still outside droning, while Billboard and Pangan are on the other side of the map. Yellow, I think, may be third floor tower, but that does not give them any map control. With a minute already off the board, Ronin's going to need to make some quick moves here. Yellow is finally going to get inside the attic alongside with Chapstick, going to be calling out the fact that they do have a backside mirror looking at them. They're most likely just going to Habana that open and have no problems there. Yep, the mirror is going to be opened. And now, if I'm Flipside here, you need to fall back to passive positions just so that you don't get picked. Because if you just get, with a minute already off the clock, you already wasted so much time as a defender. Falling to sight here isn't a bad play. So it looks like that's exactly what Flipside's going to opt to do. They're just going to full turtle into the basement on Oregon, with Jarvis giving calls in that closet by the back attic stairs. Talon still going to be getting into attic with his team. Now, if I'm Flipside here, you just can't get picked. You have all 5 of your defenders on site. With Jarvis getting droned out by Chapstick, sitting in this closet still, gonna know that Chapstick's sitting in blue. See, now look, you have Pojo, Hot and Cold, Mint, and Adam all around the B site, with Jarvis sitting over here by the closet. Chapstick's gonna be establishing himself within blue. Now, if I'm Flipside here, you really need to help Jarvis out. Jarvis is going to be getting heavily pressured from the back attic stairs, and it looks like that's what Hot and Cold's going to attempt to do, putting a punch hole here in this wall, going to see if he can look up to these back attic stairs to help out Jarvis to the best of his ability. However, Hot and Cold needs to move due to the fact that they just opened that drop right here, and he has a fear of getting naded due to the fact that Mint is not on that Jaeger anymore. He's now playing Bandit, so Jarvis is just stranded in closet by himself. He really needs assistance from his team, but unfortunately he's just not going to get it. And with 4 players all looking towards Jarvis, getting him on drones, I highly doubt that he'll be able to survive. The best they could go for here is just looking for picks. Yellow's going to flash down the stairs, and Jarvis is just going to get picked out. Now, if I'm Jarvis in that position, you need to fall back. Since Jarvis died here, it puts Flipside in a 5-on-4 situation, which still isn't too bad. They just need to play really passive in the site. With only 45 seconds left, the attacker is going to need to push site quickly. Still droning the site out. Ronin is going to spot out Mint here, who needs to fall back into a safer position. 36 seconds left on the clock, and Flipside is in a great position to win the round. However, Hot and Cold's going to run up. Okay, so here, look, Hot and Cold ran up and got picked because blue is open, okay? He got droned hallway, and then instead of falling back to deep hall, he went up to peek blue and hallway. So I think this is a misplay here, and Hot and Cold, instead of pushing up into this position, needs to fall back hallway. Or just take the fight against the guys that are coming from hallway, and then see if he can get just a trade kill. Putting his team into a 5-on-3 isn't the right play there. With only 26 seconds left, 5-on-3 is still doable. Pojo Man is going to be holding the drop down from meeting while Buck still drones above. Ash is going to get down, but Billboard is going to take a kill onto Adam with Pojo downing the Buck. With 14 seconds left in a 2-on-4, Billboard and Pangan are just going to get the last 2 because Pojo gets caught throwing a C4 there. So the problem with that round was that Flipside played super aggressive in the site and peeked angles they didn't need to peek. So Jarvis got picked in closet when he should have just fallen back from closet, and he had no help from his team. 0 players helped him. And then Hot and Cold got picked when he was getting way too aggressive after he got droned in the hallway. After that, it was a 5-on-3, and there's not much you can do since the Ronin is just holding angles against Flipside, and they're just getting picked off with no trades. So, I mean, if I was Flipside in that situation, you need to play either more aggressive and get picks and trades, or you need to play way more passive and just sit in sight and wait for them to push. With only 30 seconds left, there was nothing that you really could do. Pojo still had C4 to deny plant, and you had an ACOG up. If you ACOG just played deep hall and held the push for Pojo, it would have been a lot better for Flipside to win that round. So going into round 5, Flipside's going to be in a 2-on-2 position here, and I just want to highlight the mistakes that Flipside make in this 2-on-2 situation and why Ronin's able to close it out. So first of all, Hot and Cold's going to get picked here by Yellow while Jarvis gets the trade frag from below on the pulse, right? So right now there's 47 seconds left with only with 2-on-2, Jarvis having no C4 to deny plant, so that means that Talon will be able to get the diffuser down pretty easily since both Pojo and Jarvis are off of site. Jarvis is going to be able to find that Talon's planning right here, but not be able to do anything about it. And Talon and Pangan are both going to fall back to a passive position in Master, holding angles while Talon's holding Hall and Pangan's holding the rotate to Master. Now, one thing I want to mention is make sure you keep your eye on how much time is left on the diffuser. Okay, so Jarvis is going to spot out the Buck here in Master, and he's going to hit a great shot onto Talon. Okay, now there is still plenty of time for Flipside to compose themselves and put themselves in a trade position for a 2-on-1, right? Still plenty of time for them to be able to get this kill on Pangan and defuse the bomb. There's no rush. They don't need to hurry about anything. But Pojo is going to expose himself here to Pangan, and he's going to get picked, and Jarvis just goes for the refrag with a pistol. Now, I think this is a huge misplay since right here, as you can see in the kill cam, Pangan will be just holding the angle, and Pojo will just be trying to gunfight him for some reason. And then he's just going to get the quick shot on Jarvis when he's running in with a pistol. If I'm Flipside in this situation, after I kill Talon, I tell my team, hey, let's just slow it down a little bit, reload and compose ourselves and put ourselves in a trade position. We know Talon's going to be on the master side of the map. It's just logical for him to be there. So you need to compose yourself in the 2-on-1 situation and talk to yourself, especially when you have that much time left on the diffuser. Flipside just had miscommunication and didn't talk to themselves and went for and Jarvis just ran in with pistol for refrag, and there's really no point to run in right there with plenty of time left on the diffuser. Both Pojo and Jarvis not really communicating to the extent that they need to be. So going into round 7 on Oregon, Flipside make crucial mistakes that end up losing them this round that I really just want to highlight. So in this round, Ronin will be going for the same exact master take that they've been doing all throughout the game since Flipside's been holding top floor. And Flipside's going to be just doing the same exact setup that they've been doing with Jarvis playing the basement and everyone playing the same positions that they've been playing, same operators and everything. So Jarvis is going to be pulsing them in the basement here, and they're going to call out that they've been master. Okay, Billboard's going to get the first pick on the hot and cold here. That's their Ella down. Pretty sure Houghton still had charges up for planted now. With a 5-on-4 here, 56 seconds, Flipside just needs to relax, not overexpose themselves, and see if they can get picks, okay? That's exactly what they do. Pojo, Adam, and Mint all get a pick, okay? It's a 4-on-2 situation with 53 seconds left now, okay? With Flipside's in a great position to win the round, but Billboard's going to get a refrag onto Mint, who is playing deep hallway. That's fine. It's still a 3-on-2 in Flipside's favor. Now, Pojo's going to throw a C4 up from below and end up missing Billboard and missing Chapstick, okay? That's fine. Jarvis is playing Pulse and is still downstairs with C4, so he should be able to plant an eye, right? Billboard's going to be holding an angle onto main hall here while Chapstick goes into kids to plant. Here's where mistakes start to happen, okay? Chapstick's planning right here. First of all, I am not sure why Jarvis just isn't C4ing planner here. I know for 100% fact, as you'll see later in the round, he has C4 and he was basement. He should have rotated kitchen side once Flipside was calling that they were attacking kids. So Billboard's just going to be holding angles here on white. And now here's the first mistake, okay? Other than Jarvis not being in kitchen, Adam is going to take gunfights here with his teammate still in master, okay? His teammate is not in a position to help him here, and Jarvis is going to take a full gunfight onto Billboard here and actually get downed because of it. So right there, Billboard downs Adam, okay? And I'm pretty sure it's Pojo Man that's in master that now just peeked to help him, but Billboard's already long gone and back into kids. With Adam being down here, it's already wasting more time since the diffuser's been planted. And Pojo was on white. Sorry, it was Jarvis that was helping. And Jarvis is going to revive here, but it doesn't even matter because Billboard's just holding the angle for the revive and is going to get the pick on the Adam. Now, Jarvis, this is the point where he rotates down to kitchen and is going to be able to C4 Chapstick, but it's too late because the diffuser's already down. With that time ticking out, Billboard's going to put himself in a great position to get the pick on the Pojo. And Jarvis is just going to run up white stairs and get fragged because there's no time left on the diffuser for him to make any sort of intelligent play. He just has to run and gun, basically, because there's no time. Now, I have no idea why Jarvis wasn't sitting kitchen when the diffuser was going to be planted to kids. His teammates should have called that they were big window side and that they were going to plant kids. Jarvis was out of position since he was playing basement, and his main job is just to stop plant with C4. Another thing is Adam was taking gunfights without any trade potential and just got downed for it without Jarvis being there to help. And Pojo Man sitting on white stairs wasn't able to refrag either. So losing a 4-on-2 was just due to the fact that they were mispositioned and they were taking gunfights without any trade potential being available. Once you got picked, Billboard got picked after pick after pick and just put Flipside into a 3-on-2 to a 2-on-2 back to a 2-on-1, and Billboard just closed it out because he had great position on it and he knew where the other Flipside players were. Flipside needs to learn how to communicate better in those types of situations and what to do with positioning, because if they are just going to keep taking these one-on-one gunfights and try to gunfight the other team when they have a 4-on-2, they're going to keep losing these rounds that they should be winning. So going into round 8 here, Flipside's going to do something a little bit different when they're going to pick the Glass and the Blitz to see if they can counter Ronin's bottom floor defense. I know for 100% fact that Flipside has practiced this Glass Blitz strategy, so let's just go through and explain what happened and what went wrong during this round. So it looks like Ronin's going to be doing the exact same setup that they have been doing inside the meeting hall with the Mira. Chapstick's going to be playing Ella inside kitchen with Mint and Jarvis taking control of dining and the dining hall right here with Pojo droning for him. So Flipside's already going to be taking great map control of the west side. And I'm pretty sure that Chapstick's going to get droned out here. Yeah, he's going to take the drone out from Pojo, man. Going to be sitting behind this kitchen wall.
Yeah, Blitz versus
Blitz is most likely just going to push him here and be able to get the frag. Chapstick's in a very bad position here. Going to try to pre-fire the Blitz and see if he can get a frag. But Jarvis is going to be able to pick Chapstick very early into the round. Less than a minute into the round, Jarvis gets a pick onto Chapstick. And that's their Ella. Chapstick's a great fragger for the team. So that's a really, really, really big pick for the team. So if I'm Flipside here, I have a 5-on-4 situation with a minute only gone. It's still 2 minutes left to go on the clock. You got to slow it down with your blitz and drone stuff out. Try to get meeting control and just get plant. So Jarvis is just going to be holding an angle here on the meeting. Going to almost take out Billboard right there. Now, Hot and Cold's going to smoke and make an amazing play onto Billboard. And it's going to be a 5-on-3 now with a minute and 53 seconds left in Flipside's favor. They're in a great position to win this round.
Hot and Cold shooting Twinkies.
And Hot and Cold intelligently rotates out from meeting so that he doesn't get picked because he knows that he has no help from anyone else on his team by being put that far pushed up. Getting the pick onto Billboard and just falling to his team is a great play. Now, they're just going to continue to drone out the rest of the site and the map to make sure that there's no more roamers that they need to deal with and make sure that they're not going to get, flanked or just surprised later in the round. Now, Yellow's still going to be in meeting, and they're going to drone Yellow out here and know that he's still sitting behind this Mira. Flipside is going to play this intelligently, and they're going to find Yellow on drones and make sure that they don't push him one-on-one and give him the frags that he wants. So Yellow just sitting here patiently looking if he can get any picks onto Flipside. He's going to be looking up into Kid's Hatch with Penguin also sitting in meeting. So Flipside should know that there's still 2 players meeting with only Talon sitting on site with Smoke. It's a 5-on-3 situation. There's no reason that they should lose this round since they know the positions of all the players and they know that it's a Smoke sitting on the Mira. Talon's just going to be rotating in the hall. So here, Flipside throws a smoke grenade, and they're going to drop their blitz and push Talon. Since they know that Talon's playing solo site, they're going to throw smoke grenades and solo push him with the blitz and try to isolate the player and see if they can just get site control, okay? But Penguin is going to kill Adam, putting it into a 4-on-3 with Pojo Man just running through with the diffuser. I have no clue why Pojo Man is just putting himself in that position. He sprints through the smoke when he could just be playing default. Maybe he got smoked out because Talon did throw one smoke grenade, but even so, you can't run hallway there and put your diffuser in a bad position like that. In a 3-on-3 now, with the diffuser in a really bad position, Ronin looks like they have a possibility of winning this round. Penguin's going to get another pick onto the glass of Hot and Cold, and that's just due to their flank not being held. You need to have a flank watcher being, holding meeting the entire round when you're going to go for a fast plant like that. Yellow's going to pick Jarvis, and Talon's going to pick off Mint, and that's going to be map 1 going over to Ronin. So the problem right there was that Flipside did everything that they needed to do up until the point of planting and pushing the site. They should have droned out meeting, which I assume they did, and they should have known that there was 2 players meeting. I guarantee that Flipside had plenty of drones up, and there was still plenty of time left in that round. So they need to just establish a flank hold either in garage or in classroom, holding meeting exclusively while the rest of the team just pushes Talon on site. Talon's sitting on site solo with smoke. There's no possible reason that you should get flanked and get triple killed, basically 4K'd because Yellow picked up Jarvis at the end and Talon killing 2. That's just not something that can happen. With Pojo pushing through the smoke after I'm assuming he got counter smoked, he puts the diffuser in a really bad position, and Flipside is just forced to push through and get fragged. Mint has no possibility of killing Talon right there because he ADS's and Talon's just ready for it and just one-taps him. But at that point, it was over. Mint was in a 3-on-1 with 2 players above Hatch. The biggest problem here is Flipside didn't hold their flank. they need to make sure that their flank is being held exclusively, and they need to drone out effectively. If they didn't drone the guy's meeting and they didn't realize that there was only one on site, then that's their fault, and they really need to work on on their late game drone skills and their late game communication. If they just solo pushed each player like that and died, they're going to lose the round every time. They needed to get aggressive as a team and push Talon so that they could get site control and just win. With 2 players still up top, you have mirror control too, and you have an easy round, pushing it into OT and possibly winning the map. Going into map 1 after Ronin took Oregon on Flipside, it's going to be Coastline, going to be being the second map. And looking over at Flipside's operator selection, it looks like they're going to be running relatively default operators, just other than the fact that Pojo Man will be on that Blackbeard. Blackbeard is default, but it's just something to highlight since Pojo didn't play any Blackbeard last match on Oregon, while Ronin is running a pretty default setup as well, except for the fact that I think Jaeger is unconventional in the current meta. It looks like Ronin's going to be playing Penthouse here, which is pretty default when talking about Coastline. But Flipside makes some crucial positioning mistakes in this round and don't set themselves up for trades very effectively and just run out of time. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight those within this round. So already over a minute into the round, and Flipside has put themselves in a great position, gaining VIP control and putting Pojo on this angle to look into the B site and possibly put pressure and maybe get picks onto Ronin. But they soon fall apart and make positioning mistakes, like I said earlier, and the round is going to go over to Ronin. So, starting off, Pojo's just going to be holding this angle here, looking for picks onto any player that's going to challenge him. Ronin is just going to intelligently not peek the open wall. With time running out here, the attackers really need to start making a move. So, Yellow is going to get the pick onto Mint. Now, Mint is downstairs by kitchen door or delivery door trying to fight Yellow. Yellow is right here. This is delivery door or shower side, okay? No other players from Flipside are on that side of the map. We have 4 players up by VIP and Hookah. So I'm baffled at the fact that Mint is down here by kitchen solo with no possible trade potential. Mint just gets picked by Yellow, and Yellow just gets a free kill, putting it into a 5-on-4 and making his team, take man advantage and put themselves in a great position to win the round. So I'm not really sure why Mint was down here solo with no trade potential. I think that's a huge misplay. As you can see, Yellow's down here in showers with Flipside all being above. There's one member here, one member here, one member here over to the left, and then you're going to see Jarvis is going to be joining in from Hookah's side. So I'm not really sure why Mint was down there in that position by himself. Continuing on, Flipside's just going to be playing kind of passive, looking to see if Ronin's going to overexpose themselves and if they can get any picks. Adam's just going to be opening up this wall later in the round so that they can, possibly plant that the future still being on the Blackbeard of Pojo. Hot and Cold going to be still cautious of his flank coming over from the aquarium side. Going to be sitting in pool right now, taking a look at it. Not going to spot anyone, so he's going to rotate over. Now, this is another positioning error, I feel, from Hot and Cold, as this one isn't as major as Mint's was earlier in the round. Hot and Cold's going to try to ash charge this barbed wire here, and he's going to get peeked by Billboard. But Hot and Cold has no possible trade potential, again, with Adam being in VIP, Pojo being on the VIP window, and Jarvis droning in deep hookah. Hot and Cold's just going to get picked here for free. And I think the way to avoid this is by pushing up to this angle here while pre-aiming the door. That way that you can get the ash charge off safely and get the barb and not get picked. But again, this isn't something that Hot and Cold took into account. He didn't really think that Billboard was going to wide peek here and take him out. So it's not a huge positioning mistake. I just think it's something that could have been avoided with a little bit more caution coming out from Hot and Cold. Talon's going to get a pick onto Adam, who's just looking into this hole from VIP to see if he can get a pick. But Pojo's going to get a trade frag onto Chapstick. But there's only 30 seconds left, and it's a 2-on-4 situation. Ronin being in a great position to win this round. And Flipside is just going to be forced to gunfight here. There's no real other way that they can win the round. Jarvis is going to have to take the fight here with Pangin, and Pojo's just going to push through the VIP doorway trying to take fights. Jarvis is going to kill one, and Pojo's going to pick off another and put it into a 2-on-2. But Yellow and Talon are just going to immediately trade it, since Flipside has to continue pushing through to try to get these frags. So the problem right there was that Flipside established map control quickly, which is good, but then they just like mispositioned themselves and got picked very, very, very quickly, one after another, without any trade potential. Putting it into a 3-on-5 situation, Flipside was forced to make plays that they weren't comfortable making, and they got countered even more, and then they got put into an even worse position, putting it into a 2-on-4 with 30 seconds left. Jarvis and Pojo are forced to get aggressive there and see if they can get picks, but they do a valiant effort getting 2 kills and putting it into a 2-on-2, but it just wasn't enough, and Talon and Yellow were able to close out the round. Flipside just needs to compose themselves more after they gain map control and establish themselves within VIP. Mint being with his team, not being solo, and Hot and Cold playing a little bit safer and putting himself in positions where he can't get killed easily with no trade potential. So in round 2, Flipside's roamers are going to get picked early, and it's going to put Ronin in a 4-on-2 situation versus Pojo and Mint. Now, the roamers got picked, honestly, just because they lost gunfights. They were in decent positions and decent trade positions, but Hot and Cold got fragged, Jarvis got fragged, and Adam got fragged. Not really much to highlight there other than that they just lost gunfights. So I really want to look at the 2-on-2 here that Flipside puts themselves in and why they lost the 2-on-2, okay? So Mint is going to be in a position up top by Aquarium Hall, and he's going to spot out the buck here, and he's going to be able to kill the buck with ease, okay? Now, he intelligently rotates down to Courtyard, where Pojo is going to need a significant amount of help. And Mint is doing exactly what he needs to do here, and he's going to be playing the angles that he needs to play, and puts himself, like Flipside, in a great position to win the round. So Pojo here is going to get a pick onto the Ash of Yellow, and it's going to be a 2-on-2 situation with 45 seconds left. Notice that Pojo still has 2 smokes left. That's plenty of smokes to deny the 45 seconds. With Mint playing passive on the main side of the map, the Flipside is in a great position to win this round. Pojo just holding a bomb angle right here onto the A doorway with 2 smokes left. He's going to, know when to throw the smokes and to waste time. One smoke's going to go out, delaying time from Ronin right there. And 30 seconds left. Flipside's in a great position to win this round. Pangan and Billboard in the 2-on-2, with Pangan having diffuser control. Billboard's going to be in Sunrise, and the last smoke's going to come out at 15 seconds left. And it's going to be impossible for Ronin to push through this door to get plant. Here's what Flipside should know. Flipside should know that Ronin is not going to walk through this door since it's just got smoked off a second ago. They should know that they have to rotate up hallway here, since they saw Pangan shoot the blue cam, okay? Mint is going to hold an angle right here onto the vault hole into a site. But here's where mistakes start to happen, right? Billboard is going to be allowed to vault in here and Mint not killing him. Mint has to kill Billboard here. Has to. If Mint does not kill Billboard, it's extremely bad. He has sight control and is going to push Pojo up while Pangan plants. Like, Mint needs to kill Billboard there. Not killing Billboard and allowing him to get into this position here onto Pojo, and then immediately getting fragged by Pangan after, since he was playing hallway, Pojo's just going to get pushed and get fragged. The main thing there is Mint has to win this engagement here. He has to kill Billboard. If he kills Billboard, it's a 2-on-1. There's no possible way Pangan wins that round. With 10 seconds left, he has to stick plant. He can't get off, or the attackers are just going to lose, and the defenders are just going to win. Like, honestly, if Mint kills Billboard there, they win. They need to kill Billboard. And since they don't, Billboard is going to be able to just hop in with ease here and take out Pojo. So going into round 5 here, Flipside's going to be in a 4-on-4 situation with only 26 seconds remaining, and Adam is going to have the diffuser. Now, the biggest thing I want to look at here in this round and why Flipside loses it just comes down to positioning and setting up trade frags. So Adam is going to be able to walk in here and get the kill onto Talon. He's going to start planning in the back corner with Pojo Man holding on that Blackbeard. Unfortunately, Adam is going to get C4'd, which is fine. 15 seconds left in a 3-on-3 with no more plant denial other than the smokes, but you can't throw smokes into that back corner. Mint is going to run up into this corner and get the diffuser down with 6 seconds remaining. Now look, see, here's the problem. Pojo pushes up to the bomb here and gets smoked out from Chapstick and is taking heavy damage. He only has probably about 15 to 20 HP left with only 4 seconds left on the clock. Pojo should just sit in bathroom right here. There's no reason for Pojo to be pushing up the bomb here. You can hold Mint on the rush just from bathroom. Him pushing up the bomb here puts him in a really vulnerable position and ends up getting him killed. He gets picked due to the fact that he's just way too overextended. Chap's going to get the double kill, and the defenders are just going to win the round since Jarvis is so out of position he can't counter. The main problem is that the Blackbeard of Pojo cannot push up to that bomb there. He can just sit in bathroom right here and hold the angle all the way down to the doorway with having cover right here from this wall. There's no reason for him to push up the bomb and get smoked out. Since he pushes up and gets smoked, he can't cover Mint effectively, just getting hit by the smoke consistently. Chapstick's just going to wide peek down Pojo and then run up with a shotgun since Mint has to stick the plant. And Flipside's going to end up losing that round because of it. So going into round 2 here on Skyscraper, Flipside was able to take Coastline 5-3 against Ronin, so nothing really else to highlight in that match. So looking at round 2 here on Skyscraper, Flipside's going to end up getting a double kill in the beginning of this round. Hot and Cold's going to pick up 1, and Mint's going to pick up the down kill on Penguin right after. But Flipside ends up losing due to them being over-aggressive and them just being out of position since they were over-aggressive, and Yellow's going to take advantage of it later in the round. So Hot and Cold's going to jump out the window on the right side over here, and he's going to kill the Habana of Chapstick, I'm pretty sure, and then down Penguin. If I'm not mistaken, it might not be Chapstick. If I could be wrong on that, but Hot and Cold's right here. You see he's prepping the jump out, and he's getting ready to jump out on the attackers coming out onto this Geisha side, pressuring Mint. So he jumps out and kills Billboard, not Chapstick, and he's going to down Penguin right here. Mint's going to be able to jump out and take Penguin out and run back into Geisha. See, you have a 3-on-4 here since Yellow refragged into Hot and Cold. That's fine. They have a double kill with 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Sure, that's still a lot of time, but now they have band advantage with Echo and Smoke still up. Plenty of plant now, probably a C4 still on Jarvis. Now, all they need to do here is really play passive and not put themselves in bad positions, right? So, Mint and Geisha is going to make decisions and plays that I really disagree with here. He's going to take the fight onto the Ying of Talon and just play super aggressive for no real reason. He's going to get droned here, which is fine. And then he's just going to run up on Talon and just try to hit a nice shot or try to make a play or something. Even going to pull out the pistol and consider jumping out on him. See, here I think the play is just to fall back to sight. I'm almost certain that Kitchen Hatch is open because it should be open. Or he can just go hallway since the wall is open behind on Disco, but he could just push up to the wall where the drone hole is and just sit there, or get to drum side. This is not the play he should be making. Getting aggressive on window here is putting him into a bad position, since most likely in comms he's saying, hey, I'm going to need help on Geisha side, and it's most likely going to draw Adam out into the hallway to help on Geisha side. He's not going to get punished for it here, but as you can see, Adam right here is playing T, and he's playing more aggressive towards this doorway so that he could help Mint. If Mint just fell back, Adam wouldn't have to play this aggressive and help Mint in this situation. Mint's just going to get yinged out here. Not really much counterplay that Mint could have done other than falling out of Geisha like he should have probably about 30 seconds ago. He's just going to get full yinged and going to end up getting pushed by Talon. Going to get immediately refragged by Pojo. See, here's what I'm talking about. Mint gets pushed, and then Pojo was there for the refrag, and then Pojo died. None of these kills would have happened if Mint just fell out of Geisha. Pojo would still be alive, and Mint would still be alive if he fell out of Geisha. Even if Mint dies on the rotate, it's a 3-on-3 situation with your Smoke alive and with your Echo alive, plus C4 on Jarvis. That's plenty of plant denial to be able to win the round and not worry about them planning in either of the sites. But now you lose your smoke with 50 seconds left, and then if you have no smoke to smoke off this window, Yellow's just going to jump in for an easy double kill. Adam's going to be out of position because he's trying to get the refrag onto Chapstick since Pojo just died to him. And since Adam's out of position trying to get that refrag, he gets picked by Yellow, and then Yellow just gets a really nice shot onto Jarvis. That just stems from them being out of position and them playing way too aggressive on the remaining attackers. If they just fell back and played passive on site, even if Mint tried to fall back there and got picked and put it into a 3-on-3, I still think Flipside would have won the round, since Adam wouldn't have been out of position and Pojo wouldn't have been out of position over here in Geisha Hall. Doing those things and being out of position is what's going to lose you rounds, and Yellow just reads the situation correctly and makes a great play, jumping in, getting a double kill, and picking up the round for Ronin. So going into round 3 here on Skyscraper, Flipside are going to continue making massive mistakes that they really shouldn't be making. This round is already really far in with only 49 seconds remaining. Flipside has been trying to get Geisha control from Talon since the start of the round, which means they have wasted over 2 minutes trying to get Talon out of Geisha with no success. This is just really, really, really poor decision-making coming from Flipside. I honestly think if you can't get Geisha control within the first minute, then you need to be rotating. You need to be sending more firepower, more resources over to getting Talon out. As Talon is solo playing here on one Mira with only Penguin playing in Disco. There's no reason that Talon should be alive for 2 minutes in this round with no frags. 0 kills have been made, and there's only 49 seconds left. Flipside has gained 0 map control, and they have done nothing to help them win this round. They're still going to be sitting on the outside of this window doing really nothing and just letting Talon do whatever he wants in Geisha. Talon is just running around in Geisha and playing smart, sitting behind reinforcements and not getting picked, doing exactly what he needs to do for his team. And Flipside needs to just either forget about him and push the other site, or they need to send all 5 to kill Talon. So that's not going to happen. As you can see, they're just sitting out here with the Blackbeard. Pojo is just going to be looking for angles, and everyone on Flipside right now is just holding angles. You have a player here, a player here, a player here, a player here, all holding angles on windows. There's 2 players holding an angle here on window, 1 player here holding an angle on a window, and 1 player here holding an angle on a window. And probably someone back delivery just holding angles. Ronin is just going to play smart, and they're not going to peek. Flipside's not doing anything for map pressure or getting, map control, and they're just going to lose the round because of it, and Ronin is just going to play smart and just not peek and give them the kills that they're looking for. So 37 seconds here, Flipside knows, we haven't made anything. Talon gets, shot, and Chapstick and Billboard are going to pick up 2 kills because Flipside's forced to push into situations that they're not comfortable in. I guarantee you, Adam is solo pushing, Hot and Cold solo pushing, and Jarvis is solo pushing. Or they're pushing together and just getting crossfired because there's 30 seconds left. You have probably a limited amount of drones. You can't clear all the angles with a limited amount of time left, and you're being forced into these gunfights that you're not comfortable taking. With 30 seconds left, you have no time and no resources, really, to take the control of the map you need that quickly. It's basically impossible. So with 3 kills already off the bat, Flipside's going to be in a 5-on-2 situation with 20 seconds left. Pojo, Man, and Mint aren't going to be doing anything because the Geisha control that they've been trying to get for the entire round just counters them because they never got it, and Pojo's just going to get destroyed from the Geisha hash. With a 1-on-5 here, Mint is in no position to win this round in any way, shape, or form. And he's just going to end up losing it. With 15 seconds left, there's no possible way that he wins the round. So that is going to conclude my analysis of the Flipside versus Ronin game. If you guys enjoyed the video, please do me a favor and drop a like on it. If you are not already, please subscribe to the channel. And comment down below. I'm always replying to every single comment down there and making sure that I love the supporters that I have. I appreciate all the support that I've received in the past few weeks, in the past few days. It really is amazing to me, all of the support that I've gained. I appreciate everyone that has supported me, and I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I put a lot of time and effort into it, so if you guys did, please let me know. And if this is something that you guys would want to see later in the future, please put a comment down below so it's something that I can continue making. I hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for watching.